Now at noon, complete terror. The man who confessed to a rampage that left 93 people dead in Norway will be held in isolation for the next 4 weeks. And a Utica first. Mayor David Rufaro is heading to Washington to testify in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Where the news comes first. Central New York's first and only local television news source. This is News Channel 2 at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Dave Dellecese in for Don. Immigration reform will be the topic of discussion in a speech later today by President Obama. But it will also be the topic of discussion tomorrow in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee. And we have learned that Utica Mayor David Rufaro will be one of those speaking in front of that committee. It's your top story on this Monday afternoon, and News Channel 2's Gary Liberatore has the details live from the newsroom. Gary, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dave. Mayor David Rufaro actually left for Washington just a few minutes ago, and we caught up with him before he left.
It's really an honor. It's exciting, and it's great for Utica. I mean, it puts us on the map.
And why did they approach you?
Well, you know, I'm partnered with the New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. It's called the Partnership for New America. And, you know, our city has a very large immigrant population. Actually, we're speaking 42 languages plus in our school systems now. And next to New York City, we are one of the largest immigrant populations here in Utica.
The mayor will speak at 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, and it is expected to be covered live on C-SPAN. Mayor Rufaro says the Senate Judiciary Committee wants to hear from people in government as well as business as to how immigrants are affecting their cities and companies.
They want to know why the immigrant population is so important to Utica, what are the assets to that, and you know, I'm going there to tell our story, to tell about Utica and to tell why the immigration has helped Utica.
The mayor says of the 62,000 residents of Utica, between 15 and 18,000 of those are refugees. That's well over 20%. And if you want to hear the mayor in front of that Senate Judiciary Committee, it is expected to be broadcast live on C-SPAN, Dave, starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
All right. Thanks a lot, Gary, reporting live from the newsroom. Brand new this afternoon, an alien teenager faces 4 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. Police say a 15-year-old female yelled obscenities to another group of juveniles. They say the teen then exposed herself to the others. Her name is being withheld due to her age, but the girl has been referred to Herkimer County probation. She also faces a charge of public lewdness. And in Oneida County, sheriff's deputies are investigating a road rage incident in the town of Verona. They say it started with a dispute at the Crazy Clam Bar in Sylvan Beach. They say the fight continued in the parking lot of the Canal Side restaurant, but it didn't end there. Deputies say the parties involved then hopped into their cars and a chase ensued. It ended with one of the vehicles hitting the curb at the Save-On gas station on Route 13. Anyone with information on the incident is asked to call this number, 315-765-2734. Continuing coverage on a horrific massacre in Norway, a guard at an Oslo courthouse says the first hearing for the suspect in Norway's terror attack has ended. With more, here's reporter Jay Gray.
2 big developments in the situation here. First to the courtroom where the suspect appeared for about 45 minutes today. It was a closed session, no media, no public allowed inside there. The judge is speaking, talking about why he did not allow anyone inside, and the 2 reasons that he gives are both safety and security and the possibility that the public inside could hinder the ongoing investigation.
According to what the court understands, the accused believes that he needed to carry out these attacks in order to save Norway and Western Europe from, among other things, cultural Marxism and Muslim takeover.
The second part of this puzzle, though, is here in downtown Oslo, right outside the main cathedral, where hundreds continue to pour into this area. We continue to see tears and emotion here. They bring flowers, they bring candles, they bring poems. Everyone's still in shock, everyone's still feeling what happened here. And this is likely to continue for quite some time. That's the very latest from here in Oslo. I'm Jay Gray. Now back to you.
Meanwhile, in London, the father of singer Amy Winehouse is greeting mourners outside what was his daughter's North London home. Winehouse died Saturday after publicly struggling with drug and alcohol abuse for years. She was 27 years old. Police expect a post-mortem this afternoon. And back here on U.S. soil, the NFL lockout could be in its final hours. Sources familiar with the negotiations say NFL owners and players worked through the weekend and agreed to a deal this morning. However, no formal announcement has been made. Owners approved a proposal last week. The NFL Players Association is expected to begin its voting process later today. If the players sign the agreement today, NFL teams could start signing draft picks and rookie free agents as soon as tomorrow, and some training camps could begin this week. Some interesting cloud formations throughout the sky about an hour ago before the rain started to come down up here on Smith Hill, and the rain is still on the way for many parts of the viewing area. And with that in mind, it's time for a first look at the weather. To do that, we turn to meteorologist Bill Kardas. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dave. Before I talk about those clouds, let's talk about the National Weather Service issuing a severe thunderstorm watch across the area until 7 p.m. So there is the potential that we could see a couple of stronger storms out there. As we look at the radar, we have some rain across the area. No severe weather at this point, but these thunderstorms that we could get for the rest of the day could be on the stronger side. But for now, we're looking at some heavy rain across Cooperstown, Utica, Rome, some thunder, some lightning out there. But like I said, no severe weather at this point. There are those clouds. This morning, those weird kind of puffy-shaped clouds, they're called mammatus clouds, and they're often a sign of some stronger storms. We're at 64 degrees, it's raining out, and that rain has knocked us down. We picked up a quarter of an inch officially in Rome, but I'll tell you what, it came down very quickly, so some downpours out there. We do expect to see more in the way of thunderstorms this afternoon, so you want to keep that in mind. With the rain in place, I don't think we get out of the 70s here, so it's going to be a cool afternoon. I'll have more in the forecast coming up. Dave, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Bill. More than 100 local women got out the golf clubs this morning before the rain to raise some cash for local kids.
Woo! Jody! 4!
The 25th annual Upstate Cerebral Palsy Women's Golf Classic is being held today at the Valley View Golf Course in Utica. Organizers say the women love the women-only format, and it becomes a real competition between them. Most are businesswomen from the greater Utica area.
We're extremely fortunate. We had a goal this year, since it was our 25th anniversary, of $25,000, and we've already gone over that goal for today.
Wow, that's
Grandi says she sees the same women participate every year, and each one is here to help the children in our community. All that money raised stays local. Well, today marks the start of the Boonville Oneida County Fair, and new this year, today, the first day of the fair, is free. The fair runs through Sunday. Animals, rides, and food and prizes are, of course, all available, and just a few of the things to see and do at the Boonville Oneida County Fair. The fair brings in some 40,000 people each year. Well, a major milestone for one of WKTV's own. We'd like to wish a very happy 60th birthday today to photojournalist Keith Hunt, who has been with WKTV for 40 years. But aside from that experience, it's his charisma and personality that make Keith unforgettable. Happy 60th birthday, Keith Hunt. But we have a lot more ahead on News Channel 2 at noon, including following suit. Now that same-sex New Yorkers can tie the knot, which state will be the next to allow same-sex marriage?
You're watching News Channel 2 at noon.